This is a quick video on information governance and strategies to manage health information throughout its life cycle. What is information governance? Can we all agree that information is made up of data? Data are the foundation, and information is understanding the relationship or context of the data. The concept of data governance has various meanings, and its characteristics and definition depend on the desired end results or goals to be achieved and the domain and level to which governance is applied. Ocean Waters 2020 mentions that the definition of data governance is difficult to express in a concise sentence. Governance includes three components: authority, decision-making, and accountability. So a general definition defines or determines who has the power, who makes the decisions, and how other players make their voices heard, as well as how is accountability rendered. So let's put this together. The person who has the authority, power to make decisions, and who is held accountable for data and information. In most settings, not just healthcare, that's us, the HIM professional. So before I begin discussing information governance, allow me to define data governance. Data governance is the overall administration through clearly defined procedures and plans that assures the availability, integrity, security, and usability of the structured and unstructured data available to an organization. Information governance uses policies, procedures, and multidisciplinary arrangements to manage and optimize an organization's information for its immediate and future needs, including regulatory, legal, risk, environmental, and operational requirements. Data governance versus information governance. Data governance focuses on data input. What are examples of data input? Data models, metadata management, master data management, content management, data quality, and data security management. It emerged in the 1990s to address quality in data warehouses. It includes structured and unstructured data, and it also includes policies to ensure data are consistently defined, structured, accurate, and current across the enterprise. So what's information governance? Information governance focuses on information, which is the output. So what are some examples of output? A release of information, retention and disposal policies, documentation requirements, legal holds, regulatory compliance, records management, ethical use of information, and intellectual property ownership. Information governance emerged in 2004 as a framework for information privacy and security. It includes policies for records, documents, and information to ensure confidentiality, regulatory compliance, retention, disposal, and ethical use of information. A life cycle is made up of a series of successive stages and has beginning and end points. So whether you're a human, a plant, an animal, or a business, we all have life cycles. So from a systems perspective, a life cycle is a component of a larger system. Most people think that the data life cycle begins at admissions and ends at discharge, but it does not. Can you tell me, where does the life cycle end? The life cycle ends at destruction. So the quality of patient care, as well as the image and reputation of the HIM department, depends on data accuracy of health record content, the speed in which the patient health information can be retrieved, integrity of health information is one of the biggest challenges to the health record quality. So we, as HIM professionals, we must lead the effort in healthcare organizations to ensure the availability of quality information. So data must be managed from beginning to end by establishing standards for data capture, standards for data storage, standards for data retention, processes for data access, processes for data distribution, standards for data archival, as well as standards for data disposal. So some strategies to manage health information throughout its life cycle. In 2014, the Information Governance Principles for Healthcare, IGPHC, was developed by AHIMA to closely align with the GARP principles. Those principles are principles of accountability, transparency, integrity, protection, compliance, availability, retention, and disposition. So as well as those 8 principles, there were 10 organizational competencies for providing standard information handling practices for healthcare organizations. It's also important that we look for the accrediting body or look to the accrediting body of the facility and determine the legal health record requirements. We should also look to our state record retention schedule and develop a retention program. So our retention program should include retention requirements for ancillary materials, destruction and transfer of health records when necessary, methods of records or methods and records of destruction, the process for destroying unnecessary records, and then how are we going to handle dealing with outdated media. These are all of the things that we need to think of when developing a strategy to manage health information throughout its life cycle. So what does this mean for you as HIM professionals or students? As we are teaching and developing the next generation of HIM professionals, we must ensure that our students understand concepts of information governance. Information governance represents 24 to 28% of the RHIT exam and 19% of the RHIA exam. When it comes to information governance, do you know where to start? So redefining the role of HIM in the new world of information governance is a call to action grounded on the practical and tested experience. The drivers for enterprise information management and information governance are not new, but the rapid adoption of technology and the volume of data has made the challenges far more complex and costly. So this is why I want to encourage certification, right? Because as RHITs and RHIAs and certified healthcare data analysts, it's our job to know this stuff. So here are my references. If you have additional questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to drop a comment below or email us at info@the-qualified.com. Thank you for listening.